What's up, Leafs Nation? Welcome back to another game preview. I'm Zack Phillips, and today we're going to be breaking down game number 67 of the Toronto Maple Leafs regular season as they take on the Calgary Flames here tonight at home for their St. Pat's game. Hopefully a little bit of a different story, even if it's not a win here tonight, at least process-wise, effort-wise, compete-wise against the Flames than what we've seen on Thursday against the Panthers and Saturday against the Sens. But yet to be determined, we will find out tonight on another prime night starting at 7:30 puck drop between the Leafs and the Flames in today's show. Presented by Bet365, and again, proud partner of Leafs Nation pregame and Leafs Nation After Dark. We will dig into tonight's lineups, what we've seen, flip-flop, back and forth, guys moving around, some frustrations going on. But we'll break it all down. We'll give out our best bet, talk about the goaltending matchup that we've got here tonight. So let's start where we normally do. First and foremost, going over to the Daily Faceoff page to take a look at tonight's Maple Leafs lineup. So first, we are going to take a look at Matthew Knies, Austin Matthews, and Mitch Marner. Shocker. Max Domi, you get a shot playing with Austin Matthews. You look good. You've got some energy. You're buzzing around, creating some chances. Third period, Mitch Marner strapped right back to Austin Matthews' wing. Unbelievable how quickly we just revert back to what we have known. Just trying to get offense going, trying to get something sparked in these guys, change it up. Doesn't work for 35, 40 minutes. Right back to where you were before. Mitch Marner back alongside Austin Matthews on that first line. Your second line is going to go back to Pontus Holmberg, John Tavares, William Nylander. Pontus has been pretty good. I think he's been generating a lot here right now, but it's just unbelievable that we're just flipping around and going right back to where we were at with Pontus stepping up to that line. Nylander was on the third line. I think he was great on Saturday night, or at least great compared to what you had out of Matthews and Marner in that game, but back to the second line, back to this combination. Pontus jumps in there alongside on the second line. It's just same old, same old. You go down to your third line, McMahon, Domi, Robertson. This is a line that has had success at certain points during this year, but it's not been sustained, right? Like, that's the problem that with a lot of the offense here. Matthews and Marner, they can get hot. It doesn't sustain. It falls off. Nylander, that's probably been the most reliable, but he's had times this year. He's disappeared for stretches. JT, I think, is very consistent. He's just not a takeover player, as I kind of said when I joined the boys on the Leafs Morning Take this morning, which everybody should go check out as well. You go down to the third line, Nick Robertson, not a pillar of consistency. Bobby McMahon, in a little bit of a freezer here. Max Domi, finally the guy getting things going. Still just the consistency. This is the first time this season we've really seen it out of Domi. We've really seen him start to push. So if he can build off of this, you're in a much more positive situation. But I don't know. Can they hold up for extended periods of time? I'm not entirely sure. Yet to be determined. We'll find out here tonight. I lean more towards no, they can't, based on the fact that they've shown us that throughout 66 games here thus far. And now we're trying to look at game 67 and say, oh, can they start to get consistency now? Why would it happen now? Your fourth line is now going to consist of Steven Lorentz, Scott Laughton, and Calle Jarnkrok. This has been deemed the checking line of them. And obviously, if you look at that Laughton and Lorentz combination, that probably is what it is. But, this is a guy who's brought here to be your 3C. It's not really worked out for line mates, for Laughton. I thought he is bringing some compete. He's looked better since the debut that he had against Colorado. Still not great, not fitting in perfectly, but regardless, this is the type of guy you'd want here. Maybe this is the role that fits him, and maybe it's not a traditional fourth line. Maybe they're able to get more minutes, more matchups, more specific spots out there because they are a forechecking line. They are a line that can bring some pressure, some intensity. Calle Jarnkrok's a guy that we've seen go up and down the lineup. Scott Laughton has gone up and down the lineup. And Lorentz, with the right combination, he can be a pretty impactful player. So those are your lines 1 through 4 for the Maple Leafs here tonight. That's all you've got for the forwards. We're going to jump down to the defense, and again, I mean, it's no real difference here. The one thing I want to point out, there's been a lot made about the acquisitions and the players that you've brought in. I think Treliving's done an unbelievable job with this defense. This is the best defensive group we've seen out of this Maple Leafs team in, God, I don't know, 15 years, right? Like just top to bottom, 1 through 6. The only thing you're getting right now that you need a lot better of is just poor play from Morgan Rielly. He needs to really step up his game now. Brandon Carlo has finally started to just really settle in. He's looking good. He's winning most of his minutes that he's out there for. He's eating up time. He's blocking shots. He's a little bit of he's not like a guy who's going to go out and throw big booming hits right now, but physical guy, can separate the man from the puck. I think that's pretty important. Pretty good stick. Good in front of the net. Big, strong body there as well. I think he's looked pretty decent. Morgan Rielly's the guy who's got to continue to elevate his play. You look down, McCabe, Tanev, I mean, that's just a shutdown pair. You could eat 25, 28 minutes a night with those guys. And then Benoit, OEL. Putting OEL onto your third pair is for sure a spot that it's probably really good for him, because he's going to be like one of the best third pair defensemen in the NHL, right? This is a guy who can play in your top 4. He can be your 4th defenseman, but if he's your 5-6 pairing guy, it's probably more likely than not that he's going to win those minutes that he's in. Benoit's been playing a little bit better lately as well. I think that this D-core is probably the best built and constructed. I mean, you need a lot more from everyone else surrounding it. So those are your forward lines and your D pairs. What you're going to get from your power play does not change at all. I mean, this group hates changing. It doesn't work. Why fix it? Matthews, Marner, Nylander, Nyes, JT. Power play back into the slump. Power play costing you games. Doesn't matter. Run it back. Keep them the same. Unbelievable, really. Goaltending, Joseph Woll, Dustin Wolff combo. It looks like you're going to get here tonight. Pretty good battle of young goaltenders who have been kind of, Dustin Wolff in the running for Calder at this point. Joseph Woll, a guy who's going to be looking to get his game back on track a little bit here. It has fallen off a little bit over the last little while, but, a solid performance tonight against Calgary can at least mentally get him in the right spot. It's not like he's costing the Leafs games and points here to the point where it's like, don't play this guy, get him out of here. He's fine. Going through a little bit of a slump. He has played really well until this point in the season, so not going to jump on him too much, but you do want to see him get his confidence back. Let's get to our best bet. Look, best bets at least have been winning us some money here. Maybe the Leafs have been a painful, miserable group to watch, but best bets are winning us money right now. Breaking news coming in from Bet365, where every nail-biting overtime win is a barn burner, every face-off, hat-trick, power play, shot on goal, penalty shot, and every suspenseful minute in between is amazing. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365, an official partner of the NHL. Download the Bet365 app and use the code NATION, NATION, that's code NATION, all caps. NATION to get in on the game. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. So we will jump over to the Bet365 page where we did win our last best bets the other day against Ottawa. That was an Austin Matthews anytime goal. Whether you want to say it was lucky, it was undeserving, whatever, it doesn't matter. It cashed. Brings us to 5.98 units. We are up on the season. That is a profit of $598 here on the season. So one of the guys that we've talked about a lot, we've given a lot of praise to because it feels like he steps up every single time we see him. It's where we're going back to on this one here tonight. Frustrated. You see another shitty game out of this team. You want to get things back on the right track. It's William Nylander. So we're going to go with the William Nylander anytime goal plus 145. For this game here tonight. It's going to be another $75 bet, a 3/4 unit bet. It's like not the biggest mathematical edge here on this one, but for a guy who's jumping back to the second line, playing with JT here again, who's going to get more of those minutes, he's going to be relied upon. He plays in the late game situations. And he's playing power play 1. A lot of times he does get some looks with power play 2 here as well. Not the same as what it was earlier, but if Nylander heats up and just decides I've had enough of this, which I think he very well could, be a guy to be like, hey, screw it, I'm going to put the team on my back here. Plus 145 is going to be mispriced, so we're going to try to take advantage of that. $75 bet on this one here tonight does profit us $108. That would be $108.75 on this bet. So that's where we're going, a 3/4 unit bet on William Nylander, anytime goal, plus 145. If you did enjoy the show here today, this pregame video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe here to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. I will be back following tonight's game. Hopefully not another blow-up game because that would be pretty disappointing, but another post-game show following tonight, Leafs Nation After Dark, and tonight I want callers. Saturday night was a bit of a different stream. You know, we had the special stream, the fun one. Producer Vic jumped on there with us, and basically everyone's heads exploded. Myself, Vic, the chat. It was a gong show from start to finish. I want to hear from you. So come to the stream tonight. When the stream starts, I will send a link into the chat. I want callers on the show. How do you feel about this team? How do you feel about tonight's game? Are people in panic mode? Are people okay? Like, where are we at? I want a temperature check from Leafs fans. You call into the show here tonight. I want to hear what everybody has to say, but I will be back following that game. Drop your comments, your predictions, all that kind of stuff below on this video. Look forward to seeing everybody on the After Dark. Until then, keep believing. For more content just like this, including game previews, post-game live shows, Leafs Morning Take, Monday through Friday with Nick Alberga and Jay Rosehill with special guests, as well as instant reaction videos, make sure to be subscribed here to the Leafs Nation YouTube channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss anything, and drop a like.